Hello, I'm Louise Knowler. I set up Distinctive Wash Ltd and we manufacture distinctive washing powder for men. Distinctive was set up to sell online originally. It was the perfect medium for us to use as a really good testing ground to see whether the product was liked by customers, to see whether it would be bought again, and how often it would be bought again. And really selling it online was the only way that I could do that. So an awful lot of expenditure for a startup this size went into the web development, and we're still not there yet. There's going to be a lot of adaptations over the next few months. In the early days, obviously, it's a huge expense, and I cut the corners. I didn't give the guys the extra budget needed to make our site mobile. So the media query work that they needed to do to make us adaptable to iPad and to mobile devices was cut out. I think it was an extra £1,000 or something at the time, and I just thought we'd manage without it. That was a big error of judgment. 58% of our traffic coming to the website is on those type of devices, and pinching and squeezing the screens just isn't really an acceptable way of completing a transaction. I've tried to do it before with a supermarket that hadn't at that point in time adapted to mobile, and it's awful. You're pulling your screens out, you're squeezing it in, you're trying to click on the numbers, and I dread to think actually how many abandoned carts we will have had. And because we're not using the kind of software that the Marks and Spencers and the bigger boys in the industry are using, we haven't got that kind of statistical data to actually see X customer dropped off at the stage of buying the product. Therefore, we can go back to them and tell them they've got items in their cart, because that kind of technology isn't available back end. If you're not paying the big bucks to the big internet providers to set up a fantastic all singing, all dancing website. From the back end of the website point of view, we hadn't realised until we got going that exactly what the capabilities of the WordPress plugin that we were using would have. And it was only as we got started and the months progressed that I realised that we couldn't analyse customers by customer record and look at them to see instantly that that customer had bought in January, they'd bought again in February, not in March, but then in April. They spent this, and this, and the total spend value to us as a customer has been X pounds. So instead, I've had to each time filter off and do a download to an Excel spreadsheet and then sort by customer records, which has all added hours onto the simplest task, like sending your customers an email. So, where we perhaps just want to send the best buyers an email with a specific offer, it's not an easy task currently. So finding a better back-end solution for the website has been quite a priority, but it's been really hard finding one that's at an affordable proposition for us as a startup. Magento particularly are the all singing, all dancing company that would offer us the perfect software, but at a cost that we perhaps are a little bit too soon to actually take on. So looking for plugins, looking for solutions, finding the right solutions from an early stage is actually really important. It's not insurmountable if you get started with the wrong bit of equipment, but it is going to cause issues. And certainly I don't want to be spending 2 hours of my time downloading figures to Excel to then sort and rearrange just to get to the detail that I need, that X customer spent £86 and B customer has spent £30. For working out what our average order values are, for working out what I need to try and increase them to be, for extending the number of customers that we've got and profiling, it's a really difficult task currently.